All right, so this is the concept board I created. And so to start off, my concept is you don't have to change to be beautiful. So different, I had a couple different options before I came up to this. How I arrived to it was my first concept was beauty can come out of the ashes, which is good. I know a song which is awesome, and I love that song, and it kind of gave me that idea. And also, I'm a huge Harry Potter fan, which is why right here I have this picture, which still is a part of my concept because. But I also thought, well, a phoenix, like in Harry Potter, Dumbledore's phoenix, kind of comes out of the ashes and is made anew. But that doesn't go with my new thing. So also, I have these other ideas that I have for my concept. Is first off, I have this dress right here where so this was a big controversy between the blue and black or the gold and white dress, but I have this here to show that okay, well I want Cinderella, I mean I want Ash Girl, kind of the same story, to be wearing this dress, and then at the same time she doesn't have to change her dress when she goes to the ball. It's the same dress, but maybe it's more shiny and it has better lighting and it's sparklier or something like that. So and also I wanted to have the same thing done with where at the beginning of the play they're eating their breakfast or they're eating and Ash Girl isn't eating, then they can have the ball in the same type of room, just much more shiny and more sparkly and just a lot better looking. It's the same, just essentially just brighter. So it's just, and that can be the concept throughout the whole play, just that you don't have to completely change something. You don't have to change something to make it more beautiful. Okay, and that's kind of how I got to my concept and how I'm gonna integrate that into the play. And so then moving into type of the theater space that I want. So I also saw that in the script there's a lot of sneaking around and also different conversations going at the same time. So that is why I chose this circle theater right here, or I call it a circle theater. I don't know what it's actually called, but pretty much it just gives so that there's like a 360, and so since there's so much sneaking around, you can kind of see people sneaking around everywhere and kind of what they're doing, and it gives just this like 360 view. And then there's also a scene where Amir and Ash Girl are talking and they're in two totally separate places, and I feel like this would kind of be cool to have that stage that's just a 360 view, which I in high school I watched a play with this and it was kind of different to get used to, but it actually was one of the better ones we watched in my AP English class. And so the specific ideas I'm bringing to life, I kind of put these in here. Like this was a really good example of one of the seven deadly sins, and how I'm kind of stealing that idea that when we watched that Lion King video about how like it's half human, half animal, and how the audience is going to have to accept the fact that okay, these humans are playing animals, but also it would be even harder for Ash Girls that they are also representing a sin, a, a heinous sin according to some people. And also, so some of my other words are like companionship, and that brings in the theme of why I also have these boots where you can. There's, I believe that that saying "pull yourself up by your own bootstraps" is almost a myth because this play shows how just some companionship with Ash Girl the had the fairy and the animals to always bring her back, which is why this picture is almost metaphorical with the dog there, which is why I chose it because of Ash Girl's relationship with the otter and the owl and the mice. And then uh, also I had just this woods picture right here was perfect for what I was thinking because it is more spread out, and that's exactly how I imagined it, and how it's still a really dark, dreary, creepy woods, but how you can still see for a little ways, and how you can almost just see these envy and greed and um, sloth, all these things. You can see them coming, but yeah, at the same time, it's just like, and you know they're gonna be there, and that's just how I kind of imagined it. And so the goals and the intended audience for this. So some of the goals I have were, this has nothing to do with that, by the way. This is just a thing that I have for like expectations and also sadness right here for the characters, which I don't think I'll have time to explain. But the intended audience, which is why I have this here, which is I would like a younger audience. If you can tell, these people look a little bit younger, and because that just seems like to be where I need to hit these days, and or in this day and age, is these kind of people. So, and yeah, that's kind of my concept board and how that's going to work with my interpretation of this play.